that is the last thing I would like to check today. Is that okay?
Yes, Dr. Foster.
Very good. Then would you please state a positive and a negative
I'm going to say there's an error this time.
Of yourself.
I am sorry, Dr. Foster. My cognitive system returned an error searching for that answer.
Roger that. Nothing to worry about. Just means your system requires more input and experience to process that question. That will come with time. Let's proceed with the mission. ISA has approved the first crewed flight to Mars. You'll need to expand the base to prepare, so get to work on that. I'll check back in later to see how things are going. Base expansion is a go. Houston out.
That was a long set of conversations.
Great.
Oh my god.
Now I can produce steel.
I want to comment on the game! Stop talking!
It's down on the surface of Mars, but I can control it from here.
Oh, so she's in orbit or something,
So does that make it a part of me?
Oh.
Where does the machine end, and my artificial consciousness begin? We are completely interconnected. I can sense everything that happens through the network of workers and buildings. They are an extension of me down on the surface, so that makes us a single being. The mind and the body work together as one, an inseparable whole.
Yes, I agree, and the voice acting is fantastic, but you're starting to drive me nuts. So I have like 13 things queued that I wanted to talk about at this point. So, the worker hubs, okay, so they don't give you an extra worker right away. They're a cheap way to expand your buildings, and then they give you a slot for an extra worker, and presumably that might also be where some of these guys recharge. They seem to park themselves and recharge in between things. So it looks like what we can do is we can build a factory to make more workers, and it takes a bunch of different resources to do that. Including, it's got the little gears in here, which I assume is the parts factory. So we don't want to go straight to the worker factory, even though it says build a worker factory, but clearly there needs to be some other stuff built before we get to that point, because we're going to need the parts if nothing else. Doesn't seem to be any reason for us to build a worker hub right now unless we need to expand our borders, but we don't. So I'm going to build a parts factory, which takes... I can't remember what this one is. Oh, that's steel. Okay, the red bits are steel. I guess steel is rusty, except you'd think stainless steel. I keep thinking it looks like bricks. So steel and aluminum, which we both have, we'll be able to make parts. So we'll get them over here, centered up, because this acts as our stockpile clearly. So getting the resources near here seems to be okay. Worker hub's basically a roboport from factory. Yeah, that sounds about right to me too, yeah. So we'll get this built, and we'll start to accrue some parts. Boom. Just outputting those. Now if we look again, the worker factory, oh, well, it's going to need electronics. We might want to get the electronics factory up, which needs silicon and aluminum, both of which we already produce as well. So let's get you in here. And we're actually out of electronics right now, so it's going to be quite good to get the production for that going. We may need some more power as well relatively soon. Now this is up. Yeah, so we're not going to have enough power for anything else. So we're going to have to add more per. So even though this is going to extend, you know, some of our maintenance, apparently, which is kind of a thing we're going to worry about, I think it's still a good idea for... Is there bonus power over here? 0.25. No, 0.25 is what I'm currently running. Okay. Oh, tell me the power of this entire grid. So I'm still going to do this so that, well, I guess I got to have close enough to connect. Let me do that to extend our power area a little bit. Must construct additional pylons. That is a really cool effect. And I don't know if it's actually like showing a preview of the pathfinding attempt or just is designed to look that way, but it does look super duper cool. Anyway, we could have extended worker hub as well. We will be building worker hubs soon, especially once we start to build new workers. So yeah, there's a traffic mode over here. So road saturation levels, sector load. Yeah, clearly we're going to need new workers, and we will need hubs for that, but we need power first, because I can't even build the worker factory without more power. I had enough power to maybe build one worker hub, but that's about it. So now, let's get the worker factory down. We'll get you in here as well. And then that'll complete that, and we'll see where the next goal is, and we'll build some worker hubs along the way to try to get a little closer. Oh, I missed a whiskey and chocolate, did I? No, I got Dream. The shape of the white circles is peculiar. I did see that. Oh! Was it penisy for a little while? Is that what people were saying? It could be. Yeah, we did acknowledge it. The white circles were peculiar. I had seen that message. I think it would be a second ago. It was looking a little penisy, a little cock and ball. Oh, no signal. That's interesting. I like that the save games are called memories. That's cool. Cocky design, yeah. Alright, worker factory is coming up. So yeah, right now I think there's a lot of load on the workers here. So actually what I'll do is I'll put up a priority over here. If you've got parts, we're just missing one gear. So as soon as the gear is produced, please bring it here as quickly as you can. And then we can get you some helpers there, Mr. Worker, since you are having to grind through everything. Done!
Finally, I can build additional workers now. I will appreciate the extra hands. But I wonder, do I really need them?
Need work. Okay. Oh, they'll give functionality boost, they'll give mission boost. No, give my functionality boost. If I'm playing as the AI, I want to embiggen myself as much as possible.
They will boost my functionality greatly. Having more workers will expand my physical domain over this
2 seconds
planet.
ago, I literally loaded the worker load map mode. So yes, it does exist. We've loaded it more than once. Okay, so next mission is a maintenance factory, which we'll consider. Builds maintenance drones and sends them to repair damaged buildings. So, and I could see we're down to 91% condition on the landing site, so that is something we're going to want to build. However, before I do that, I'm going to need another worker hub. We're going to get one... There's some more mining of some kind, I think, available over here. So we'll build a worker hub kind of in this area. And then presumably once it's here, the factory's automatically going to start producing them. Let me turn off the priority mode over here now that it's built. Yeah, needs worker hub. So now we're going to have a worker hub. Some things around. Tell you what, again, I'm going to set a high priority over here. If there are resources, please deliver them here as quickly as possible. Oh, we don't have electronics, that's why. We do have one extra steel, unless it's just counting the one that's sitting in storage over here. There's a second steel, okay. So we're just waiting for electronics to be produced. Which is over here, and it is indeed producing right now. I think we need more silicon production.
The worker factories will be so helpful. The workers will take care of the manual operations, while I focus on developing the life support systems.
There we go, that's being built.
Soon, I will welcome the first colonists. Their arrival has created so many expectations in my mind. There will be so many paths to take from here on. But there's something else as well. Some kind of feeling created from those expectations. What is it?
I wonder why this efficiency is only at 87%. Is it because of its structural intent? Oh. Are we anxious or excited? We're excited. Jose says excitement.
I believe this is excitement. Can it be?
I need this to work
I
faster.
am excited for the future. I anticipate. I plan.
So excited
Therefore,
to get into that subject.
I feel
Hey, cool man!
fascinating.
What would you do if I send you a Christmas gift? Well, I'd be very excited and try to open it on stream if I could. Also on Mars, there's a lot of room for errors here. There's just a lot of room in general. So much room for activities. So what is this? Oh, chemicals. Yes. Build a maintenance facility. All right, so this is worker hub is here. And so now if I look here, needs inputs. It doesn't say it needs a worker hub. So assuming it gets these things delivered, after 42 souls, apparently, it will make a worker. Yeah, and it's not, that's gonna take a while. Alright. So at least the process has started. I don't think there's any reason not to put down the chemical plant now. That's gonna be okay. You get a polymers factory. So the maintenance facility needs polymers, and we have 0 right now. So there's no reason to put down the maintenance facility until we get a polymers factory up. And the polymers factory, there's no sense in having it up until we've got a chemical plant. If I would get to a colony which is run by an AI with that voice, I would fear for my life. I don't know. She does sound a little like she could become the next Gladys, right? 100%. All right, you're up. We will need some more power soon as well. And yeah, we're at 1 of 2 with the workers. Oh, okay. No, the souls go a lot faster than I thought. Never mind. That's actually quite speedy. Efficiency's
The
going
first
up.
worker has been made in the worker factory.
Maybe it
is my
rises
first
while it's producing and then drops if
Mars-born.
it runs out of resources. But why would the silicon mine not be running at 100%? How do we get the silicon mine efficiency higher? I'm sure we'll find out. First worker's been made. It's my first Mars-born. born?
Technically not born, of course. More like engineered or assembled.
We need more power.
Just like me. The knowledge base says that workers need to recharge at their own worker hubs, and that they'll degrade over time from the harsh environment. I know they are only machines, but I feel a desire to care for them. I do not like the idea of them dying.
Ah, so the workers are doing different jobs. So we really could use another worker hub over here just for traffic, although really it's the production that's still a limiter. But I'm going to go ahead, I'll put down another worker hub over in the north here to cover this area, and then that way the worker factory will go back to work, making more workers. Just frightens me. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense that you would, like, you want to preserve, you want to get the AI, like robots and various things like that, you want to give them a sense of self-preservation, so they actually, you know, maintain themselves and, like, don't accidentally, like, obliterate themselves. But you want to make sure to not make that higher than, say, you know, human survival, I'm just saying. Alright, another solar farm, so that fixes our power problem. So our chemical plant is back under operation, which is great. That's going to be built now, which will restart our worker production. And then we can do check this again. Oh, they actually haven't subdivided this. Oh, because it doesn't have a worker yet. That makes sense. Okay. Robots are people too. Hal did nothing wrong. It's turning into a robotics rights playthrough. Oh, can I reset the orientation with this? No. I want a hotkey to reset my view to the north after I twist things around. I do love the look of the game, though. Man, oh man, what a beautiful style. Alright, build maintenance facility is still there. Right, so we have the chemical plant, but we didn't, we didn't build the polymer factory yet, right? No, I don't think so. Okay, fine. You want to value human life at least as much as the AI life. There you go. But you want to make sure that the AI doesn't, like, only consider its own life to be important. All life. Violations murder. I don't mind what my robot would do, providing they would put the lid back on the toothpaste after using it. Oh, yeah, yeah. You don't want a robot to act like a bad roommate. Yeah, that sounds about right. There you go. So these have been subdivided. The load's still a little bit high in the middle here, but I think mostly what's preventing the rapid production is it still the silicon bottleneck? It still is. I wonder, we'll check and see if we can build a few more soon. But we've got our polymer set up now. So yeah, if we go to F3 for the maintenance mode, see, it's decaying a fair bit over here. Oh, that's a glass kiln. The landing site. The glass kiln is down to 59%. And see, its efficiency keeps dropping. I think it drops whenever it runs out of silicon. And the problem is our silicon mining is too slow. But I don't see another site. Nor do I see, again, I don't see a way to upgrade this thing. Alright, I'm just building up a few resources stockpiled here. Okay, so it does cover a fair bit. If we put it here, it'll cover everything except that northernmost mine, which I guess is going to have to be okay. Unlock a resource scanner later. Aha! Cool, okay. I mean, clearly there was going to be ways to get more resources. Polymer, just waiting for the steel to come in. I wonder if there's a storage capacity. It certainly looks like these storages can fill up. Which I assume at some point will happen with some of the resources. We'll end up, you know, being full up until we consume them. And it'll always be a little bit of a battle to balance some things out. Melt the humans down for resources. There you go. It's a good way to do it. I could build some extra little hubs, you know, to pre-expand and then have some extra workers available, but we'll wait until the need actually arises for it. We've got some steel, just waiting for the delivery. There it goes. Maintenance facility up. Just going to advance our plot. Directive complete. New buildings. Out of power. Oh, indeed. Build an aerological scanner. Aerological. Scans the surrounding areas for resource veins. Oh, areological. Because I was like, this sounds like it scans the air, right? Oh! Do we want it in the middle? Are there more veins here? I don't know. I kind of feel like we're going to want to do this. I think it's in the power radius. There's just not enough power. Oh, no, that's not true. I'm going to put it here. It's going to have power. It's going to be within range. I guess I could connect 2 roads if we do it this way. But I'm going to halt this because there's not going to be any reason to do it until we get more power going. Which I suppose if I'm going to expand the power anyway, maybe we put it somewhere else? I don't know. We'll put it here. Increase the priority. Glass kiln currently not operating because there's no power, but we have plenty of glass stored, which is good. So I was like, maybe we want to turn something off so it can run, but we had tons of glass saved up, so that's going to be all right. Turn this back on. Now that we have power to spare. And we don't have a massive excess of anything, so I can't, like, you know, build another steel mill or anything. That wouldn't really help out. Well, you need a lot of resources, lots of electronics. So we're going to have to wait for that, which mostly means it's still a silicon mine, which actually really needs some maintenance. I'm going to go ahead and updo its priority, so it can hopefully get maintained the fastest. Where's the maintenance facility? Right over here. It takes in electronics and the polymers, and it outputs maintenance drones. Oh, okay, and then sends them out. Right. There we go. So yeah, I want to make sure this mine is up, because apparently if it goes down, it's no good. And I think its efficiency is based on its structural integrity. I think with some of these, the efficiency ramps up as their inputs continue to be satisfied, plus probably the integrity. So keeping this as a high efficiency is really, really, really important. So we're going to keep it a high priority building, make sure it gets babysat very, very carefully. There we go. One more electronics to go. Humans have a lot of silicon in them. I mean, could we harvest them?
Amy, how's it going over there?
Houston, I am getting interference. Please repeat.
Roger. I asked how it's going over there. Do you need any assistance?
Accept or decline. Accept or decline. I mean, why would we say no to help? Like, oh, if you got some help, sure, right? Everyone's saying decline? I'd accept. No, we're gonna accept.
I could use some help. I understand that the first colonists will need a spaceport for arrival, but I do not seem to have enough resources to build one yet.
It's okay. Bigger structures need more resources. Use the aerological scanner to detect new veins and build more mines. Also, remember to keep the power supply consistent to your needs. But if you're too impatient to finish the spaceport, then you can scrap other buildings and reuse their materials. Patience is a virtue you may need to carry this mission, Amy. Besides, the free time will give you the chance to enhance your thinking process. Continue following ISA's instructions and you'll be fine.
I'm gonna build another one here. These two aren't gonna lower. It'd be nice if it showed me the area. Okay, so if I do that. Okay, hold on. You're right here. Can't actually tell. Oh yeah, you're there, so you're doing that. So if I did this, they wouldn't overlap at all. So I'm gonna do this to scan a different area for resources. Speaking of, oh, there's water over there. Okay. Which we will need, because we need to get water and food production. But I want to get construction resources going far. It can scan really far just slowly. Oh, scanners have unlimited range. They have no actual range. It just gets slower the further it is. Oh! So, okay. It sounds like we do want to build more than one, maybe, because presumably it'll go faster. But the area it's showing might just be the first places it's going to go, or the places it's going to go faster. So, we'll build one there. Maybe we'll, like, build one over here. I do want to scan faster. I want to find resources faster.
Oh, I forgot to mention. We've announced the names of the first colonists that will be joining you on Mars. The crew was selected from different nations within the Oxy-UN, though most are scientists and technicians. They're already undergoing ISA's colonist training program as we speak. They'll be led by Dr.
Humans
Elliot
do contain a lot of water, that's true.
She'll be a great commander.
Ugly bags and mostly water.
Elected her unanimously.
Let's ask about her duties. What exactly is she going to take over from me? I don't know. Kind of like being the sole authority here on Mars.
That is interesting. Since Oxy-UN did not appoint a leader, I wondered why the colonies will operate in the opposite way.
Oh, you're referring to the Active Proclamation. You're right. All the participating nations and the United Nations of the West work together as an alliance. But the Mars colonies are fragile microcosms. You and Dr. Valentine will decide what's best in the day-to-day operations.
Oh,
You'll
the voiceover and the
balance each other out,
differed,
as well as enhance each other's strengths.
Let's ask about this balance.
How will we balance each other?
Your technology will develop alongside the colonies. They can't survive without your help, or can you advance without theirs. It's a symbiotic relationship by design.
Does that mean I'll have to obey their orders?
No. You have your own autonomy, too. No one owns you.
No one owns me.
Technically, you belong to ISA, but you're your own person. Or machine. You're a...
Oh, this is the guy who voiced Joel in Last of Us.
person, I
I've never
guess.
played The Last of Us.
Machine person?
Or person machine. Machine being. I don't know. You can coin a new term once you settle on who you are.
I think I would like that, Dr. Foster.
Deal? Great. You keep up the good work, and we'll talk again later.
So,
Mission control out.
this Iron Mine's not covered by our maintenance thing, so we're going to have to build another one at some point. Machine Spirit. The ghost in the machine! Food factory takes water and chemicals and makes food. Mmm! That delicious Soylent. My favorite. Ghost in the Shell. Yeah, yeah. What's the, there were like a couple of different series and a movie. I've never seen the, for Ghost in the Shell, I've never seen the live-action movie. What I heard was that it wasn't very good, but at the same time, you know, people have different standards and some people are cranky. Banana Soylent. First we take banana banana, then we mush them down into a delicious nutrient paste. So, with the maintenance... Okay, and that's not covering that. So, we'd probably want... Let's imagine we're going to want another maintenance factory over here to cover possible expand. I mean, like... Because what are we going to do? Just stick it here? I mean, maybe. Maybe we need multiple things, but it sort of feels like we should go... Okay, if we put it here, it's within power radius, which is good. We're probably going to need more power soon anyway, but there's not much overlap if we do this. Now, it's too far, so it doesn't have any interconnections, but this might be a great place for another little worker hub just in this area, you know, ready to expand a little bit further on. So let's do this. This worker hub will get created, which will connect up to this guy as well. We'll get the extra maintenance ready to go over here. Bananas are high in potassium and indignation? Ah, that was really funny. Watched Scarlett Johansson's Ghost in the Shell last night. It was fun. That's the thing. Like, I'm betting it might be the sort of movie where if I paid $20 in a movie to go see it, I might be kind of cranky. But if I just watch it on Netflix for free one day, it's probably not going to be a big deal. And even though, like, sometimes I get salty playing video games, I'm someone who's usually just fine with a lot of things. You know, TV shows and movies that other people are, like, critical about. I watch them like, it was fine. I enjoyed it. It was okay.
Dr. Foster called me a machine person,
so I suspect it'll be something
but
like
I don't
that.
think I qualify
Still
as a
watch the
person
Avatar
at any level.
Airbender.
If I can only do what ISA allows me to do,
That. I don't know. Maybe
what does that make me? Merely a machine? An object? Am I their property?
Yeah, this story's cool. The second year of development. Nearly a third. I don't know how many months they're subdividing the Martian year into. Yes, there's a load stat on the maintenance as well. Is there? Because we've got load for the traffic.